Good morning, everybody. So by now, you've figured out that I am not there today. I am going to the doctor because that ear thing that I mentioned is getting worse. I feel like my ear is about to fall off. So I want to get to the doctor and make sure that that is all okay. But anyway, we needed to talk about the big essay that we've got coming up. And unfortunately, I won't see you tomorrow, Friday, either, because I will be on a field trip with my ninth graders. So I wanted to make this video for you to make sure that you understood what was going on. So first things first, if you are seeing this video, you've already gone into Google Classroom, but the first thing that you're going to need to do is finish our reading of Through the Tunnel. This is the reading that I gave you yesterday. If you were not here, the sub should have extra copies for you. Otherwise, it's right here on Google Classroom. So first, you've got to finish that up. You're going to have to read it on your own. You might want to read it a second time, but first things first, you got to read it. Next, you'll find here, this is a slideshow. We'll just go this way. This is a slideshow that we went over yesterday. It talks about symbolism, and it gives you those 8 tips that we talked about in class. But this is all of that. So if you didn't take notes or you missed something, this is where you can find it. But anyway, this is the real important thing. This is our Through the Tunnel essay intro. So after you've read Through the Tunnel, what we're going to do is we're going to look at this literary analysis. So this is your assignment. So in examining literature, we find that what can make a piece more memorable and compelling is to take a critical and objective look at how the writer uses the elements of literature to create a unique work. A close analysis of a piece of literature gives insights into how the author created the work and adds to your understanding of it. So, elements of literature to consider. So these are those things that we're going to be analyzing. Plot, what happens, setting, where it happens, characters, who's there, theme, it's supposed to be theme and symbolism. For whatever reason, we've got this weird space here. We're just going to do this, change the size so it looks pretty. There we go. Plot, setting, now it's doing it with this one. Plot, setting, characters, theme, symbolism, imagery, figurative language. So here's your assignment. So consider the short story Through the Tunnel by Doris Lessing. That's what you should be reading. Choose one of the following thesis statements and find 3 to 4 quotes from the story which support that thesis statement. Make sure you are picking one of these 3. I'm already doing the hard work for you by providing you with a thesis statement. Make sure you use one. Because if you don't use one, it's going to hurt your grade because, this should be an easy chunk of your grade. If you have a clear thesis statement, that's like a fifth of your A right there. So we've got 3 choices. While analyzing Jerry in the short story Through the Tunnel, we see how he evolves throughout the story from a timid boy to a confident young man. All right, so this thesis, this first one, is all you're going to be looking at the character of Jerry and how he goes from being a small boy, like how he is childlike in the beginning of the short story, to how he is a confident young man. Okay, so what things happen in this story that prove that he is growing up and maturing? Make sure that you find quotes that demonstrate that. Make sure that you explain those quotes as clearly as possible. Right? So if you choose that one, that's what you're looking at. You're looking at how he goes from being like childlike and childish to being a confident young man. Right? Option number 2 is, while exploring Through the Tunnel with the formalist lens, we see how Doris Lessing uses symbols to help the reader understand Jerry's transformation. So Jerry's transformation, this is related to our other one, him becoming like a more confident, more mature young man. Right? But you're going to look at the symbolism in this story. So what symbols do you see that help Jerry become this more confident man? All right. Big hint, the tunnel that he swims through happens to be one of those symbols. Okay, so how do these symbols help us understand Jerry's transformation? Right. And then option number 3, while reading Through the Tunnel by Doris Lessing, we see how Lessing suggests that proving oneself is a challenging endeavor both physically and mentally. Right? So, while you're doing this one can be a little challenging. You need to tell me who Jerry is proving himself to. Like, why does he go on this journey? Who is he trying to prove that he's good enough to? All right? And then you need to tell me both his physical and mental challenges. All right? So what type of things does he overcome? Tell me how those impact him. How do those change him? It's not enough just to say, like, oh, well, Jerry swims in the ocean until his nose starts bleeding, and that's a physical challenge. Like, yes, that's a true statement, but how do these physical challenges change him? So really what we're looking at through all three of these is how Jerry changes in some way, and it's just, how does the author show that? Things like that. We'll talk about this in a little more detail if this isn't clear. But really what you need to do right now is you need to pick one of these three thesis statements, because these are going to be what you're working on. Alright, so you also need to make sure that you have a topic sentence for 2 of your body paragraphs. So your essay, if you're doing the math right now, you have 1, an introduction paragraph, 2 body paragraphs, and a concluding paragraph. So you're probably going to have, you need to have at least 4 paragraphs total. Most of you might fall into that 5 category, but you need at least 4. Alright, so you need to make sure that each of your body paragraphs has a topic sentence, and then you need to introduce each quote by first explaining the context of the quote, what is the immediate preceding situation when the quote appears, who is speaking in this quote. So really you need to give me some context for your quote. You can't just say, Jerry kicked around in the water like a dog. That happens early in the story, right? You can't just say that. You need to tell me why. So you could say something like, when Jerry realized that he wasn't going to be accepted by the older boys because he wasn't able to make it through the tunnel, he became embarrassed and wanted their attention and started acting foolish and splashing around like a dog. Right? Now, you can say, you have to, after you give me context and then you give me a quote, then you need to make sure that each quote is explained and tell me how that connects and helps prove your topic sentence and your thesis. Right. So if we're working with how Jerry is a timid boy, we could say, like, him splashing around and being foolish demonstrates that when he starts his journey, he is still seeking approval through childish means by splashing around and making a lot of noise. That's something that young children do all the time. You need to clearly explain that. You need to clearly state how your evidence supports your topic sentence and your thesis. Okay? So, an example thesis. While analyzing the novel of Mice and Men, we see how Steinbeck emphasizes how many human beings feel lonely and isolated. So this whole essay, everything that we're looking at, has got to be all about how people feel lonely and isolated. Okay? So an example, these are just example quotes. So this is something that I would suggest you do. I would suggest you pick a thesis and write it down in your notebook and then go through and find 4 quotes that support it. All right? So here's one. Candy says, I ain't got no relatives nor nothing. Crooks was a proud, aloof man. He kept his distance and demanded that other people keep theirs. Suppose you didn't have nobody. Suppose you couldn't go into the bunkhouse and play rummy 'cause you was black. How'd you like that? A guy needs somebody to be near him, he whined. A guy goes nuts if he ain't got nobody. Curly's wife says, think I don't like to talk to somebody ever once in a while? Think I like to stick in the house all the time? So all of these quotes relate directly to this lonely and isolated feeling that characters have. You need to make sure that you do that same, exact thing when you're talking about our essay Through the Tunnel. So all of your quotes are going to have to do with his transformation into a confident young man. All your quotes are going to have to do with the symbols that demonstrate this transformation, or all your quotes are going to have to deal with the physical and mental challenges that Jerry overcomes on this journey. Alright? So, with that being said, remember that in writing about literature or any specific text, you will strengthen your discussion if you offer specific passages from the text as evidence. Rather than simply dropping in quotations and expecting their significance and relevance to your argument to be self-evident, you need to provide sufficient analysis of the passage. Remember that your overriding goal of analysis writing is to demonstrate some new understanding of the text. You're looking for new things, and you always have to make sure that it clearly relates to your thesis. When I was looking at a lot of your outlines, a lot of you have quotes, but your quotes aren't clearly explained. This is going to take some practice, but hopefully what I show you next will help. So those are the 3 things in our Google Classroom. This is going to be the rubric that I'm going to use, and I just want to show this to you. This is going to be the same rubric that we use for our CSA, our final, at the end of the trimester. So you can see here that you're graded on your thesis, your organization, your evidence, your reasoning, and your formal style and language control. Okay. So this is where we're really wanting to land. We want to land in this sophisticated or this skilled area. Now, as long as you copy your thesis, the one that I gave you, as long as you pick that and clearly put it in where it's supposed to go, you should have no problem making your goal here. I'm already giving you your thesis. You should be good. All right. Make sure that your structure is logical. We want an intro that grabs your attention and makes a transition into the thesis. So remember, you need an attention grabber. Think of quotes that deal with growing up. Think of quotes that deal with maturing. Think of quotes that are all about coming of age. Think of quotes that are about proving oneself. Find an interesting quote or a fact that relates directly to your topic. All right. Conclusions need to restate the thesis and explains the so what, like why is this important, why do I care. We'll talk about that a little more in detail. Topic sentences consistently and smoothly shift reader focus. That's going to take some practice. Just make sure that you have your topic sentences and try your best to transition between each one. Evidence. This is where a lot of people suffer. All right? Make sure that evidence effectively supports your claim and is selected from throughout the text. Don't just pick 1 or 2 quotes from the first page. These need to be quotes from the whole short story. Your short story, I think, is like 8 pages. You need to have quotes that are all throughout. All right? Reasoning. Writer clearly and thoroughly explains why evidence supports the claim. This is also, usually if your evidence suffers, if you're lacking in some way in your evidence, your reasoning is also going to suffer, and vice versa. So you need to make sure that both of these support each other. So you need to clearly and thoroughly explain why evidence supports the claim. If it helps, pretend I'm 3 years old. All right? Always tell me why. Why? All right? Writer maintains a formal academic voice. No swearing, no slang, things like that. You know how to write an academic paper. That shouldn't be a problem. Word choice is precise and engaging. Sentence structure has variety and is complex. MLA citation is followed correctly. We'll talk about that in more detail because I'm running out of time here. We'll talk a little bit more about citation when I see you again on Monday. Right now I want you to start writing and get some ideas down. Mechanical errors are minimal or non-existent. It's okay to make mistakes. I make mistakes when I write. Just as long as they're not super distracting, we should be good. So here's your task one more time for today. Make sure that you finish reading Through the Tunnel. Take a look at our Through the Tunnel essay intro. Pick a thesis statement and start finding quotes. All right, I am out of time, so I will hopefully see you all on Monday, and have a good rest of your day.